Yep, definitely more comparable to the pyrite because the Saxy, because of P801, right? Check that out for a second, right? If that isn't pretty much the same blade shape, I don't know what is. But I mean, do I recommend this guy if you're considering getting a fidgety EDC? This guy's up there. What is going on, guys? It's your boy Miguel here. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel and you're watching Miguel EDC, where we touch everything EDC here. Today we're going to be looking at the Sencut Crowley. This guy right here. This is a Sencut knife, a subsidiary of WeKnife and Civivi. So I am super excited to share with you guys this review today. I've been EDCing this guy nonstop over the last couple of weeks, and I just can't wait to share with you guys everything there is to know. At the very least, all my impressions, all the feedback that I've been able to gather with this knife over the last couple of weeks or so. I did an unboxing on the channel. If you haven't seen that already and want to check that out, I'll put a link in the description for that as well. You can search for it. We have a D2 blade on this guy, right? Got a D2 stonewash blade going on. We got the Sencut logo right there on one end. It does say D2 right there on typical Civivi WeKnife Sencut fashion. It is a stonewash finish, and the blade shape, this is a sort of like a clip point, drop point, very similar to the Reich P801, right? Check that out for a second, right? If that isn't pretty much the same blade shape, I don't know what is. So take a look at that. Also very comparable blade shape to the, I want to say, CJRB Pyrite. By the way, the reviews on both of these guys is live in the channel. So if you haven't checked that out, go ahead and check those videos next. The Reich P801 and the CJRB Pyrite. Got this guy in black micarta. There is a version with green micarta as well. There's a green natural jade version also, but I like mine with the black, right? So I like this aesthetics right here. All right, let's do some quick comparisons here next to the Paramilitary 2. All right, check that out, right? The Paramilitary 2 is going to be probably slighter longer knife, whereas the Para 3 is going to be a smaller. So this one sits somewhere in the middle, but a lot closer to the Para 2 or PM2 than it is to the Para 3. You guys be the judge of that right there, of course, right? That kind of gives you an idea right there. Let's toss in the Spider Coast Mock since we're here, right? Check that out. All right, probably around the same length. And I want to say this Mock is a long knife, right? But it's probably about the same length, right, as the Crowley right there. Next to the Demco 80 20.5 siblings here, that is the shark's foot blade. This one is the clip point. This one is the clip point blade right there, right? You guys be the judge of that. The Crowley is going to be a longer knife right there. I want to say the cutting edge is also going to be a much longer cutting edge even than the clip point blade on the Demco 80 20.5. So something to keep in mind there as well. Here it is next to the brother here, the Sencut Saxy, also from Sencut, of course. And let's throw in the CJRB once again, right? Just for some quick comparisons. Typically, I use the Saxy and the Crowley as some standard comparison knives in the channel. You've probably seen them before. But yeah, definitely a little bit longer than the Saxy and much longer than the Pyrite. No doubt about that. And last but not least, here's the Wrap Model 1 and here is the Wrap Model 2. Right, so I want to say if there's any knife that's going to come close to the Wrap Model 1 and how insanely large it is, it's probably going to be the Crowley right there, right? The Crowley is definitely much closer to the Wrap Model 1 than it is to the Wrap Model 2, as you can clearly see right there. But yeah, that's just to say that the Wrap Model 1 is it's a huge knife, no doubt about that. But again, just some popular knives for some quick comparison, of course, just giving you an idea, right? Since we're here, let's do a quick carry profile here against the Wrap Model 2. So it's going to be a little bit thicker than the Wrap Model 2. All right, might be comparable to the Wrap Model 1, although I think the Wrap Model 1 is just a hair thicker. Compared to the brother here, the Saxy, they might be just about the same, right? Saxy and Crowley right there. Crowley on the left, Saxy on the right. Yeah, very comparable. The Demco 80 20.5, regardless of blade, is yeah, typically going to be a much slimmer knife. No doubt about that. Here's the Spider Coast Mock, right? A little bit slimmer than the Crowley. The Para 3, right? Also a hair slimmer, the Para 3. And last but not least, here is the PM2, right? Very comparable to the PM2, although it does look a little bit thicker than the PM2. Next to the Reich P801, yeah, the Reich is going to be a much slimmer knife, no doubt about that. And in case you're wondering, right here it is next to the Pyrite, right? Still wider than the Pyrite, as you can clearly see. What do we got going on for the deployments on this guy? Well, it is a button lock, and it is one of the most fidgety button locks out there. Yeah, you got button deployment, right? It is a button lock after all. You got the flipper, right? So yeah, you can definitely open it just like any flipper, right? Which is very nice. Thumb deployment as well, right? Look at that. You can thumb deploy it with your eyes closed, of course, with some practice. And even though it's a little bit challenging, right? You can also reverse flick. Just don't do it this way. Just put your finger on the thumb stud and then like that, right? So it kind of took me a little bit of mastering it, but yeah, you can certainly do the reverse flick on this guy, no problem. Oh, you can feel it from time to time, there you go. But yeah, practice makes perfect. So it makes an awesome EDC. So what does it look like when it's folded, right? What does it look like in your pocket? Well, here is the PR3 and the PM2, and both of these obviously are going to be much wider knives in the pocket because of the Spidey hole. And I want to say, yeah, lengthwise, these PM2 is going to be a little bit longer. The PR3 might be the most comparable one as far as length, but both of these are going to be quite wider. If I substitute the Spyderco Muck in here for comparison purposes, yeah, it's very, very similar to the Crowley there, as you can see, about the thickness, the width of it right there. Next to the Demko brothers, there you go, quick glance. The Demko knives are obviously going to be a little bit thicker right there because of how much the blade sticks out from the handle, even when folded, right? They're going to be a little bit wider, no doubt about that. Next to the Saxi and the Pyrite, yep, definitely more comparable to the Pyrite because the Saxi, because of the definitely more comparable to the Pyrite than the Saxi. The Saxi is going to be wider because of the blade shape right there, right? Being a much wider blade, but you guys be the judge of that. And again, this is just to give you all an idea. And last but not least, Rat Model 1 and Rat Model 2. Very close to the Rat Model 2, whereas the Rat Model 1 is going to be a thicker beast in a whole different category right there. So how's the action on this guy? Of course, it's going to be amazing action. This guy is on ball bearings, and the action there is going to be very, very sweet. Look at that blade drop, right? It's very drop shotty. Look at this. It's very drop shotty.
Say what?
It's very drop chuddy. Chuddy. Drop shotty. Look at this, right? Pretty much all on his own. If you give it just a little bit of flick of the wrist, boom, look at that, right? It is very, very fidgety, to say the least, no doubt about that. I've been EDCing this guy for a while now, a long time. You've probably seen it on other review videos. It is one of the knives that I compare other knives to. We have a deep pocket carry clip here with recessed screws. That's very, very nice right there. For comparison purposes, I'm going to show you guys what the opposite of recessed screws look like. If you see the screws on the pocket clip right there, those are not recessed, versus the Crowley right there. You barely see the screw head. That's how recessed they are. Right. That being said, when the knife is in your pocket, because of how deep carry this clip is, you don't see pretty much any of the knife at all, right? I've been EDCing this guy for a long time now. Check out the blade alignment. It is dead center, right? That blade has not moved one bit, right? I'll put my hand here for contrast. There you go, all right? You guys be the judge of that. So there you have it, guys. This is again a great budget knife, under $50. Very, very fidgety at that. So if you're looking for that fidget factor, this guy checks so many boxes I can't even begin to explain. I'm trying not to be biased here. Obviously, this is my own knife. I paid for it with my own money, and so this is money well spent. In my opinion, I'm so happy, so satisfied with this guy, right? For the money that I paid, for the type of work that I have been able to do with it, for the fidgetability on it. I mean, this is a very solid EDC. It doesn't get better than that. So it is a little bit on the larger side, so check your local laws on that. Make sure, you know, it does kind of fit in with your local laws as far as the blade length and things like that. I'm not a lawyer, so check your local laws there. But I mean, do I recommend this guy if you're considering getting a fidgety EDC? This guy is up there. I plan to do a video in the future for top fidgetability. I plan to do a video in the future for top most fidgety knives, and this guy is definitely going to be on that video. Spoiler alert, that is how good this guy is, no doubt about that. So if you guys made it this far, right, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything. Was there anything that you were thinking about specifically, or any specific question that you would like answered that perhaps I didn't answer for you in the video? Please let me know in the comments. You guys are the real MVPs if you made it this far. By the way, guys, by the time you're watching this video, it is very possible that the Saxy, right? The brother to the Crowley here, the Sencut Saxy. The review for this guy will be live in the channel. If that's the case, I'm gonna put a card right here for you guys to check that out. Thank you so much, guys, for making it all the way to the end. Love you guys. Take care. Peace.